Hey, beautiful souls, beautiful sunshine here with the R Holistic Killer, aka Sonya B. So I'm back with this quick prophetic message. Okay, so let me just give it straight to you. Okay, so I had a dream the other night, right? And I'm just letting you know now these cards are already came out, and I was gonna do the video yesterday, but I had to redo the video again. But I was being divinely guided to keep the same cards that I had. So I already have these cards pre-pulled, and I'm just gonna pull another card as well too. So anyway, with that being said, the way I saw this was some of you guys, I saw it like in different situations and scenarios. Okay, so first of all, this is going to be a situation for some of you. Let's just say if you like decide, or you're deciding, or you are going back to school in some sort of way, however you may be learning in some sort of way, whether it's institution or whether it's trade school, whatever the case may be, just learning something new, should I say. I saw that some of you guys are going to find yourself meeting someone new, and this is going to be a love interest, okay? And I say all that to say, I also saw it from a different standpoint of somebody who's actually teaching, and once they start teaching, they're actually going to run into their love interest, okay? And then I saw it from a standpoint of some of you guys have had a relationship, let's just say like somebody that you knew that you possibly went to school with in this particular lifetime, or whether it was in, even if it's not in this particular lifetime, it could be a situation of you went to school in one of your past life with this person, in a sense, if that makes sense. So I say all that to say, it came in a form of as if like myself and Tupac, right? Tupac and I was having a conversation in the classroom, and it's like we was getting to know each other, right? And may his soul rest in peace. But anyway, so with that being said, and you know Tupac's type energy, you know, he's charismatic, you know, it's like he knows how to say the right things to the ladies. Let's just say that. But we also know that there's that side of him too, as well too, that he's not necessarily coming from a place of, he wasn't necessarily coming from a place of being fake and phony, you know, but just being honest with just who he was and just expressing how he felt on the inside outwardly, you know what I mean? And we all know, if we watched the movie, Tupac's movie, when him and Jada Pinkett had their relationship, to be honest with you, I believe they had a spiritual relationship, because, you know, it was strictly platonic, you know what I mean? But it's almost like they had that connection in a sense, to the point of, you know, the love was there, but they didn't need to be intimate with each other. Just being in each other's presence alone was just enough, okay? If I'm just trying to describe it to you, okay? So anyway, with that being said, so me and Tupac was having this conversation, right? And I say that to say, because it's letting me know that it's going to be somebody coming, you know, who has that energy like how Tupac has, or whatever. And so with that being said, and basically we were sitting there and conversating, as I got like the feeling like I was, you know how you do oh God, what do you call it? You know how you do a collage, thank you, Spirit. You know how you do a collage and you have like the different little things that you use a collage for, like when you're in school, you know, to get people to make projects, or, you know, make art projects or whatever, whether it be buttons, whether it be the little foamy things, whether it be, you know, little pipe straw cleaners, or whether it be straws, or whether it be beans, or whatever the case may be. But I had all this stuff in this bag, and it was assorted stuff in the bag for a collage. So it was just letting me know that I was like, it came in form as if I was teaching a class, and I was kind of like tidying up the class. That's why I said for some people it's going to be a situation of either you going back to school to learn in some way, shape, or form, because we were like in a learning environment, in other words. But it came in a form also too, if it's someone who's going to teach a class, in a sense, or again the past life situation. So anyway, him and I was sitting there conversating about, we was talking about the 10th grade, right? So I basically told him, I said, yeah, I was like, I didn't really care for you too much in 10th grade. And I got the feeling of, because maybe he was kind of coming from a stand, you know, we all know Tupac, you know, like he would say what was on his mind, in other words, right? So because he said what was on his mind, and I guess the way he was talking to, I guess the supposedly authority figure, the teacher or whatever, I was telling myself like, oh, like I didn't really care for his attitude when he was in 10th grade, right? And then so not only that, but and then we kind of sat there and laughed about it. But then it was almost like my feelings had changed as I was sitting there having a conversation with him at that moment. So even though we was talking about the past, like when we was in 10th grade together and being in gym class together, I didn't like his attitude then, but you know, I was feeling his attitude now in a sense, because it's almost like he was a totally different person in a sense. Like, and thank you, Spirit. And what I'm seeing is too, it's almost like he was one way with a different type of people, and it just depends, you know, as well as he was different with a different group of people. In other words, thank you, Spirit. So in other words, I'm hearing Spirit say like, he embodied whatever energies that he needed at that specific time. So if he needed to speak up, he spoke up. When he needed to, when he was in a place of feeling safe and feeling love, he showed that and he expressed that, okay? So anyway, with that being said, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all see me sit up here blushing, but I say all that to say because some of you guys don't realize this, and I'm gonna get to the point really quick, but some of you guys have, you know, in this instant, when God revealed that to me and showed it to me, that was just letting me, this was actually a past life situation that myself has had, like with Tupac in a sense, you know, a past life situation that him and I have actually had in a sense from a previous lifetime, not this lifetime, from a previous lifetime. So I say all that to say, and I say all that to say that, you know, some of you guys, if you find yourself being connected, or you feel like you have this sort of connection to certain people, whether it be people in the, you know, spotlight, or whether it be certain people in a sense, sometimes there's that soulmate type energy there, or even sometimes there's that spiritual connection that sometimes people have, where you don't have to necessarily, like I said, be intimate with somebody, but you've had that connection with them in some way, shape, or form in some previous lifetime, if that makes sense to you. But anyway, with all that being said, that was pretty much it. But I was just getting to know him, okay? And we was getting to know each other, and there was laughter. There was the feeling of it was warmth. The feeling of it was happiness. The feeling of it was joy. I'm sure you can see because it's written all over my face, right? As that song say, it's written all over my face. You don't have to say nothing. Anyway, so with that being said, some of you guys gonna find yourself running into somebody, okay, like this. Just think about again, if you just remember how Tupac was with the ladies or whatever, just think about that. So for some of you, you're gonna have to be mindful too, because you know, even though this is a love situation, you're going to have to just use your discernment, in other words. So pay attention to the red flags or whatever. So, but the first card that came out yesterday when I did this, it said deception, okay? And the reason that being is some of you going to have to be mindful, because there may be some people coming and they may be already in a relationship, or could be also, or could be, possibly already in a relationship with somebody else or talking to somebody else. So you're gonna have to use your discernment, because I see that there's a third party here or whatever. So just be mindful of that. It says someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So just pay attention to that. For those, there's 5 different groups here from what I see. So one group, it has deception to it again. So you're gonna have to be mindful of people coming like that. Not saying that, you know, again, the deception could be because a person could be coming in being charismatic because they want something from you. You know, it could be a situation that they want to be, you know, they want you to let your guards down. So, you know, that, how can I say this in a respectful way? Because they want to take you to bed in a sense, and be mindful of that. That's, again, you're going to have to pay attention to the red flags and use your discerning spirit, okay? And then you have another group, as I said before, there was a past life relationship. You have known each other before. And this is what I was talking about, like the relationship that I myself and Tupac had or whatever. So some of you guys, this could be also a situation of whether it's a past life situation or whether it's a situation of you actually know them in this life, and maybe let's just say you went to elementary school with them, or maybe you went to middle school or high school with them. So it could be that situation as well too. And if you don't know the person when you do meet them in this life, you've known them from a previous lifetime, because the way you're going to know that is like when you get around this person, is something's just gonna feel very familiar about them, okay? But and this one, Spirit's being guiding me to this. Be mindful of the quick, fast, and hot relationships that start off very fast and seem like, oh my God, like I got this connection with this person, you know, because those are the ones you need to worry about, you know, those relationships. Anything that starts fast and quick is going to end fast and quick. And then we also have for this other group, it says, it is safe for you to love. For those who are a little hesitant, and I can understand, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. For those of you who are just kind of closing yourself off to love. And then we have this fourth group here. And this one says finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And then we have this last group. And this one, it says you're calling in your soulmates. Your prayers, your affirmations, and your visualizations visualizations help bring you together. So for those of you who have done the work, and those of you who are in complete alignment of where it is that God would have you to be at in regards to love, in a sense, you know, you've done that necessarily healing work. You know, we're not always completely healed, but we're always learning. But I don't know if it's, you have to be 80% healed. I think it is that you being 80% healed or 90% healed or something like that. And then usually that's when, you know, yeah, just being in complete alignment. But anyway, so with that being said, I truly believe that these are some twin flame relationships that are coming into union, okay? Some of them are soulmate relationships, and some of them are the actual twin flame relationships. And I just want to say congratulations to you all who do come into union in regards to you've done the necessary work that you needed to do for us being in alignment, and you healed in whatever way, shape, or form that God see fit. And I just say congratulations to you. You know, for those of you, let me just say the feeling is, it was a warm, beautiful feeling, okay? That's all I can tell you. So anyway, let me pull a card real quick. Actually, you know what? I should have did this before. Okay, I'm gonna just pull from this deck since I already have it out. Divine Spirit, like, what message do you want the collective to know? What do you want them to know in regards to love? What do you want them to know in regards to love? What do they need to watch out for? What do they need to watch out for? And who's coming into their life? Pure white light, and unconditional love only. What message do you have in regards to love, Divine Spirit? Like, oh, thank you. Oh, we got two. Anger and healing energy. A very strong and primal emotion. Anger sometimes catches us by surprise. At other times, it seeth just under the surface, simmering a long while until it boils over, scattering everyone who is close. Which is so funny because it actually goes back to the Oscar Awards, okay? You heard Will Smith say love will make you do some crazy things in a sense. But anyway, it says anger is based in fear. Fear of loss of control. Fear of not being loved. Fear of being judged. Fear of not being enough. When anger enters your life, be it yours or someone else's, go beneath the surface and try to address the real fear that has triggered it. Anger does not go away without addressing the underlying fear. Alternatively, be aware of someone's anger directed towards you. Okay, for those of you who do need to be aware of, you know. So I see we got, like, obviously it's just two groups here. You got the anger and then you got healing. So in some relationships are at bay because people are, let's just say, unhealed in a sense. Unhealed, and I'm hearing spirit say finger pointing rather than, assuming responsibility or just understanding another person's perspective. So, and then we have healing energy. It says drawing this card guides you to work with energy on a healing level. Take a class, go and receive a Reiki healing. And for those of you who do not know, I do Reiki. Or just sit and meditate and concentrate on mindfulness while the energy healing of divine love. You do not have to know how to do anything. Just sit quietly. Set your intentions and let Creator love fill you up. When you are living in a vibration of healing, you not only affect yourself, but those around you. Others then can connect with your energy and their vibration can rise as a result. There is no force to this. This is basically how energy works. Your vibration charged with affect changes in the ones you are close to. Alternatively, this card signifies healing is taking place within a relationship. Okay, so with that being said, for those of you who do not know, as I said before, I do Reiki, and Reiki is the highest vibration that one can bring into the energetic field. So it is a vibration of unconditional love. Okay, so with that being said, not only that, but it has other great benefits too. It allows you to let go of any emotional, unhealed, unresolved issues, traumas, in a sense. It helps you to bring in more high vibration energy into your energetic field, because sometimes when we are around people who are basically, let's just say, when we're around other people who have, let's just say, negative thoughts or projecting negativity at you, and sometimes as being an empath, we can take that energy on as being our own energy. So therefore, if we may sit there and think like, well, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling negative? Or why do I feel like all of a sudden I just caught an attitude? Well, all it takes is for us to be within somebody's energetic field, like from here to the plant, or just even close by, in other words, and you can automatically pick up on other people's stuff. So with that being said, because basically, without getting into too much detail, because I don't want to confuse you, because basically we all have aura fields that shields, which is so funny, because you see how Wonder Woman has this little, I'll use her as an example. You see how she has this little auras around her? We all have this, but sometimes when that aura field has been compromised, it has a hole, a tear, or it's open, due to negative emotions and thoughts. Because when we bring in negative thoughts, basically that tears this aura field open. In other words, it becomes affected, it becomes tainted, in other words. So basically what happens is that leaks in, and then therefore it kind of penetrates. Once it penetrates your aura field, basically what happens is it tends to start affecting your chakra system, which is a whole nother topic and story, so all it takes is, again, just one thought that just does a chain reaction to so many other things. And if we hold on to that energy for too long, it then can start to trickle down and start to affect other things, like it starts with the aura field, starts with the chakras, things start to become blocked. It starts doing a chain reaction. The next thing you know, the organs and the muscle tissue starts to tense up, and then all these other things start to happen that you don't necessarily want to happen. In other words, if I can just put it in that terms for you. So anyway, with that being said, I wish you all much love, much light, and I say peace and blessings. For those of you who are about to encounter these love relationships, I wish you nothing but the best, and I say peace and blessings, and you're gonna enjoy it. Okay. For those of you that has the deception card, I don't know, and you may not know, or just pay attention to the red flags, and most of all, use your discerning spirit. Don't just be so quick to to jump into a new relationship, but you know, just kind of sit back, be quick to listen and slow to speak is what I'm hearing Spirit say, you know, because sometimes people can reveal themselves in their true intentions if you just pull back a little. Anyway, so with all being said, I wish you all much love, much light, and I say peace and blessings to the next message. Bye.